Right, gotta wait a few more seconds for people to join in again. Instagram would always do that. So I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds. Yes, people are trooping in now. People are trooping in now. All right, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's your one and only Waka Waka Doctor here. Always bring you the best gist when it comes to moving abroad. I am feeling better. Thanks for asking. Quinkish, you're here, Daddy. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys. Okay. You know how we do it here. We just share opportunities that have to do with moving, living, going abroad, basically. And today I've got another gist for you, especially for those who are seeking to move to the United Kingdom. You can get paid and move to the United Kingdom. You can move and get paid, okay? You can move to the United Kingdom and get paid. Yes, yes. And as I always do, so you don't say, oh, it's Waka Waka Doctor that is giving you all this gist. It's always better for you to hear from people who've got the experience, people who have helped other people, people who know how to do it better than I would, to come and share the experience, to come and teach you how it's done so that you can use this process. Okay, for those of you who are just watching me for the first time, welcome. You're in the best place. I promise you, every information that you acquire here is very beneficial if you put it to use. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my guest straight away. You're asking me how. How can you move to the United Kingdom and get paid? How can you do it? This is why I am here. Okay, would have this conversation, would answer your questions and just learn. Just open your ears, listen and learn. Okay, this is not just for Nigerians, it's for everybody. Whether you're Nigerian, whether you're Indian, whether you're from Afghanistan, whether you're from Malawi, you're from anywhere in the world, you can use this. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my guest straight up now. Was the full gist. I've just sent her a request now. I'm hoping she joins anytime from now.
Hello,
Hey,
Hello.
how are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
It's,
I can't see you.
you can see me.
No, it's black at the top. I can see my face, but I can't see you. Can you
I'm right
see
here.
me?
Yes, I
Can
can
you
see
see me?
you. I can
Okay.
see you.
That's okay then. That's okay.
It's good to see you. It's been a while. I thought you were avoiding me because Leicester City got relegated.
I was hoping you wouldn't talk about Leicester City. Not today. Not today. They're doing okay. They're scoring well, Leicester
That's sorry.
City. They're
Well, good to have you here. Do you mind
Yes.
introducing yourself and so that everyone else can know who you are, where you are, and what you do?
Brilliant. Thank you, Doctor. Hi, guys. My name's Afsana. I'm the CEO for UK Bright Education. I'm based in the United Kingdom. Location-wise, I'm actually from Leicester. Leicester, we're right in the middle of England. From here, it only takes about an hour by train to London. I'm a qualified teacher for more than 18 years, British Council certified agent. I'm a direct partner or agent for many UK universities around the UK, and I'm here to help your students, your followers, Doctor, to come to the UK.
Fantastic, amazing. So, guys, you can hear clearly. She's certified, she's licensed to do this. Okay, she's not just your roadside agent who will tell you bring money, and she's licensed by several universities in the United Kingdom to help people move in. One of the most popular questions I've had from people, Afsana, just
Yeah.
when I made this post and and I told people I was going to come live to discuss this, is they're saying, Doctor, what about those of us that have higher national diplomas? Higher national diplomas. You're always talking about bachelors. What about higher national diplomas?
Okay.
Can you help us?
I can. Do you know what? You have actually touched a very sweet spot because that's my specialty. So HND holders, listen up. So basically, if you are a HND holder, you have several opportunities, and there's pros and cons for each. For example, if you wish, you can actually go for direct bachelor's. I know doctor was saying why bachelor's, there are other opportunities, but let me just go through the options. First option, my friends, is that from your HND, it doesn't matter. There's one particular university that I'm a direct partner with that they're okay with the study gap, but basically you can do a top up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, does anybody know what a top up is? I'll give you 5 seconds. Sorry, I'm a teacher, I can do this. Right, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Is there anybody in the audience who knows what a top up degree is in? Nobody's responding.
Nobody knows what the top up is.
Oh my good. Okay, this is a new crowd. Okay, so basically a top up, my friends, is if you're a HND holder, you're not a graduate yet. So basically you only come here for a course which is only 9 months, where you come here for the final year of the bachelor's course. So 1 year, visa, so to speak, and then you graduate with a British degree. Okay, and that's called a top up. And I'd like to say, oh, we have Beauty saying education to top up UHND go. Yes. So basically, why am I talking about top up? Basically, what it is that if your target is, oh, I just want to be a graduate and then I want to stay in the UK. One good thing which I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, after you graduate, whether it's from a bachelor's or from a master's, you, my friends, you are allowed, according to UK policy, you can stay in the country for 2 years. No matter whether you complete a bachelor's or a master's. So the choice is yours. So one option is from a top up, from a HND, for HND holders, you can actually move on to a top up degree. For January, I have got 2 options for you, my friends. We have accounting and finance management, and another is international tourism and hospitality management. So if you're a HND holder, if you've got finance or a business HND, then DM UK Bright Education, we'll be more than happy. My colleagues, my team is ready right now, ready to take your DM, to take the information from you to process for January, because there is no time. Now, if you are a registered nurse, okay, if you're a registered nurse in your part of the world, wherever you are, or you've just recently qualified as a registered nurse, again, you can do a top up in nursing in the UK, okay? You don't need to come, being a registered nurse abroad, you don't need to come here and study for 3 years because you've already done that. So basically you come here for the top up in nursing, and that's in February, but the only stipulation is you will need IELTS. So that's another pathway.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Afsana, for raising this point. Another question that has come up, and I know we're going to talk about how you can earn money while you're in the UK, how you can make money while you're in the UK. But another question that has come up is, with the new law that people have said you can't come with family and all that, if people come to you now to help
Yes.
with, admissions and all that, would they be able to move with dependents?
Good question. I'm really glad you said that, because people think that getting an application, visas, everything, it's like an overnight thing. It isn't. I'm going to be very cautious, but it is best to give information. That's why we're here. There is one university which I have a connection with. Okay, let's say November, I'm going to say more or less the intake for November is now closed. For one university, their CAS issue deadline was today. Okay, only yesterday, one of my students, she just applied. She just got the offer today. I just managed to request for her to be squeezed in because she's a master's student. She wants to bring independence. But the next intake is December. One of the courses is project management. Another one is, I think, digital marketing management, something like that. Those two in a university where they have 2 campuses, one in London, one in Birmingham. Now, so this is your last chance, ladies and gentlemen. If you are want to apply for a master's for December, if you haven't got the money, if it hasn't matured, don't apply for December, because I would only, not I, we as in agents, we would only take on students who already have their TB test, who already have the money in the bank, but matured in the bank. Okay, so those are the kind of students that we'll be able to take right now, because the deadline is so tight. We're close to, like, nearly the end of September. Right, I was just wondering, Doctor, do you ever talk about timelines about how it happens?
Okay, go ahead, tell us.
Okay, so please correct me if I'm wrong. So because Doctor he's been talking about this for years, so he can correct me, not a problem. Basically, the way it works like this. For example, you are new. There's lots of people here who are brand new, so hello. So basically what it is this. The first thing is, once you DM UK Bright Education, we will ask for your full name, your email address, and for your WhatsApp number, because that's how we call. Because I'm in the UK and you are not in the UK. So the way that we will communicate is actually all online. That's how it works. So basically, once we actually share a Google form with you, you upload all your documents. Mind you, the kind of documents you'll need is number one, international passport. Make sure it's valid for minimum 6 months before you apply anywhere. Otherwise, UK universities will not accept. Okay, if it's about to expire, don't submit it. It's best to come for the next intake. International passport, your WIAC or NECO. I work with universities where IELTS is waived. So if you've got WIAC,
IELTS, yes.
Yeah, there are many universities that accept IELTS, but what I'm saying, for where there is WIAC, if you've got C6 above in English language, there are many universities that do accept that. So then IELTS is waived. Okay, so C6 or above in English language. If, for example, you are a mature student, you're probably more than 20 years old, okay, you might think, Afsana, my WIAC is actually more than 10 years old. We have another thing for that. So because I deal with those kind of students as well, if your WIAC is a bit old, there's two things you could do. Either you might need to do an IELTS, or possibly, it depends on the university, you may need to have a MOI, so medium of instruction, to confirm that your degree was in English, that you were taught in English. Anyway, I'm digressing. So passport, WIAC, you need your academic transcript, academic certificate. We need both. Oh, another thing, visa rejections. Very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you actually tell us from the get-go, from day one, if you have had any rejections, visa rejections from any country. Just a bit of an FYI, we appreciate if you tell us from the beginning, because otherwise it's such a waste of time for you and for us if we find out right at the end, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't and we wouldn't like you to have a visa rejection in your immigration history. Because if you know very well, ladies and gentlemen, that if you have one rejection in your immigration history, it's there for life. Okay, so why am I talking about this? It's because if you have a visa rejection, please keep that letter safe. Very important. Find out why you got rejected, because we will ask you. Basically, under the sun, as you know, there are so many reasons. There's 101 reasons why you could be rejected for a visa. We all know that. We're all human. But there's one particular rejection that many universities may have a big no-no. They might think, not sure about this one, and that is fraud. Okay, so if on your rejection letter, if it says there, I can clearly say, because I work with De Montfort University, they've clearly told me, because I'm their direct partner, one thing which they will not accept is fraud. But if your rejection is due to other reasons, then they're more than happy to accommodate or to answer questions.
I like to always put this out there, Afsana, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
you help people for free, don't you?
Okay, I used to when I first met you. Long story short, I used to do that for free a long time ago, and it came to a point where people were using our services and they're applying elsewhere as well. So I was helping to the stage where they already got an offer and they've already got a visa through somebody else. So it was a bit of a waste of energy and time for us. So
yeah.
Okay. So basically, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't want to, but I'm glad you brought it up. It's best to be transparent. So basically, doctor and ladies and gentlemen, we do have a consultation fee of £95, but that will be returned to you on the condition that you will accept our offer that we have helped you get the offer for, and you actually enroll at that university and you've paid your fees. And I'd be more than happy to return that to you.
So the thing is, they pay a consultation fee. But if
Yeah.
they go through the whole process, if they go through the whole process with you, you refund it to them.
Yeah, whole process meaning, because I've had this before, if the student actually goes through the whole process with the university that we have offered you for. Okay, because do you see my point, doctor?
Yes.
Because
yes.
you know, some students, they might pay me, let's say they've paid me, but they've got an offer themselves. So then If they go to another university, I can't give a refund for that because I didn't help them get that offer. It's for my time that I spent on getting the offer through UK Bright Education, because
Okay.
that's how we get our commission from the
Okay.
universities.
Okay. Fantastic. Now let's talk about the interesting bit about how you can get scholarships. So, what
Oh,
kind of scholarships are available for people who want to come to the UK?
okay. But a very good question. It's you know, for every time I get asked that in my DMs about scholarship, if I got £1 for every time I got asked that, I would have been a millionaire by now, because it's a very hot topic and everybody wants scholarships, and I don't blame you. So basically, every university have different scholarships. Okay, I know you're on Instagram right now, ladies and gentlemen. You just want to know everything in your fingertips. I get that. So that's why we are here, UK Brand Education. We're here to tell you what is available, and we'll be able to help you to give you an informed choice. For example, there's one university, like I said, where the HND holders can go into a top-up course for January, whether it's for nursing or for, let's say, accounting or tourism. For undergraduate students, they will give an automatic scholarship of £1,500, or for postgraduate courses, £1,000. That's one university. De Montfort University, for example, in Leicester, the more you pay, the earlier pay, the bigger the scholarship. So it could be £1,500, £2,500, depending on when you pay and how much you pay. For example, if you're a HND holder and you want to do a master's program, for example, there are many universities that also give scholarships. Now, just wanted to say, there's one particular thing which Doctor hasn't mentioned, that's pre-masters, and I always harp on about them because I think that's a really, really big deal. There's one particular university where they will accept your HND if you have unrestricted study gaps. If you've had a long career break or academic break, there's one university that we are linked with where if you come, you can actually come for a pre-masters leading to a master's. Now, doctor will ask me, why should I do a pre-masters? I'm paying you, or not you, the university, why should I do a pre-masters? And there's two particular conditions where you do a pre-masters. Number one, if you want to change your career, okay? So for example, I don't know, I'm a biology teacher, now I want to go to engineering, pre-masters. I've been doing business management and I want to go to IT, pre-masters. If I was, I don't know, a geology graduate and I want to do data analytics, pre-masters, because some courses actually require you to do the related degree before you start. But you know, we all like to change our careers. It's a new beginning, new start, so you can do a pre-masters. Now, for that particular scholarship, you have to pay for the pre-masters. So for that, and for International Foundation Year, the more you pay, the bigger the scholarship. So it depends on how much you pay and when you pay.
Fantastic.
It's a lot
Okay.
of information.
Yeah,
A lot of
lots of
information.
information. And that's why I usually like talking with you, because you've got vast experience in this. Now, what about earning every month? I know that there's an opportunity for you to come to the UK and earn monthly. You can earn as much as, I think, 500, 600 pounds per month, is it?
It's even better. You're a bit too humble there, doctor. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't brought my calculator with me. I should have brought this white thing, a whiteboard to write this. I've got a board, but I haven't. If I write, it'll be in reverse. Right. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, according to law in the UK, you can actually search this on Google. The minimum wage, I think, is it 22 and over, Rokon? My husband will find out. Yeah, so basically the minimum wage in this country, let's say for 22-year-old plus, is £10.42. Now, per hour, minimum. I'm not saying maximum, the minimum wage, okay? Now, so for example, if you've come to the country, you've got your visa and you started your degree, term time, class time, you, my friends, are allowed to work 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week, class time. When it's the holidays, full time. Okay, forget full time. You can work all the hours that the Almighty gives you. Just go ahead. As long as your health is good, you can do as many hours as you want. So basically, how did the doctor get to that number? So basically, what I did was, if there's any mathematicians in the audience, please correct me. £10.42 is per hourly rate. Multiply that by 20, which means that's the earning for 1 week. Multiply that by 52, because it's 52 weeks in a year. And then whatever that value is, divide it by 12, and I get £903. Yeah, £903 per month part-time, okay, and full-time, £1,800 per month holiday time. This is before tax, okay? So I'm not going to convert that in your local currency because there's people from all around the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, before tax, it's GBP, so Great Britain pounds, £903 per month part-time, full-time, £1,800 per month full-time. This is legal, this is above board, this is according to law. You're not breaking any rules. This is by law allowed.
And do you have information about work study programs that people can do when they arrive? You know, if they come through you and they arrive in, say, maybe De Montfort University, for instance, are there work study programs that people can join in and earn this money you talk about?
Yeah. Good question. I'm going to say this because I can say it on this platform. This is how much we help. This is the kind of support that we give to our students. Number one, it doesn't matter where you're from. Make sure after you booked your ticket to come to the UK, sort out your CV. It's so important. It doesn't have to be UK style. It could be any style. Just be proud of your culture. So keep it as it is, but make sure it's updated. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, what I would say to my students when they're arriving is that, let's say, for example, Nigeria, if you go to Google, it's actually google.ng. Or if it's India, or Bangladesh, it could be google.bd. So when you actually search for jobs and when you want to upload your CV, I'll be able to tell you which platforms to go on to, but you need to go to the Google version, the UK version of Google, where you upload your CV even before you're flying. So that when you arrive, by the time you've got your card and you've got your bank account sorted and your address sorted, then you can actually go for interviews. So that's one thing. Number one, make sure your CV is ready and Google the UK version, not the one in your home country, but here, and upload your CV. Let's say platforms like Indeed. Okay, you could upload your CV so then you could be headhunted. Number two, if you can drive, bring your license. Okay, if you can drive, if you can convert that to an international driver's license, that's good. Because there are many part-time jobs you can do which actually requires you to drive. Number three, if you want to work with vulnerable young people or very old people or in the teaching profession, and I help a lot of teachers there. So if you want to work as a supply teacher or you want to work part-time as a teacher in a school, another thing which I would like you to bring is, what do you call it, doctor? It's like a criminal clearance form. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
You bring that. Okay. If you bring that, my friends, that will save you a lot of time. And all you do is you go to an agency. There's so many in every town centre. You just give it in, and you can work as a healthcare assistant. So there's those things. So there's lots of ways of working. The thing is, because I'm an agent for several universities, what I do is I actually go to that university and I ask the students that, look, where do you get part-time work? Okay, or it's called, my husband's a police clearance certificate. Oh, that's what it's called, police clearance certificate. Does that make sense, doctor?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. In fact, people are writing it already.
Oh, you can tell. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. Okay, people can write this. It's okay, right? So basically, no.
We've lost your volume. We've lost your volume, Afsana.
Oh no. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Your volume's dropped.
Can it work? Does it work now?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so what have I said so far? CV. Number two, license. Number three, I said police clearance documentation. And that's it, really. It's all those things. Now, what I was trying to say, oh yeah, the last point is, when I want to recommend a university to a student, I try my utmost best, doctor knows this very well, I try my utmost best to go to that university to check it out myself. So for example, I like to see, is there a wig shop? Is there international food shops? Is there a church where you have different pastors from different nationalities. Do you know what I mean? So I always want to see, if I came from another country and I've come to a really strange land, can I see myself being here? Is there racism? Is there a mosque nearby? Can my children walk safely on the streets? I go with that thinking. So all the universities I go to, so when I do the consultation, doctor, I'll tell the students honestly, because I'm not like the Wizard of Oz will say, oh, come to the UK, the grass is very green, you'll get to work. I'm not going to say that. What I will say is that, look, you're coming to the city. If you find work in here, great. If you can't, international students go to these places to get work. And I will tell them to go to those places. And I've already placed students, alhamdulillah, at those universities. So I've got a network of students, and then I connect them with that student. So then students talk to students, and then they help each other out.
Amazing.
That's how humanity works.
Amazing. Thank you very much. How can people reach out to you? Because there are lots of people saying, how can we get to you? How can we get to you? Tell us.
Okay. So basically, my voice is going to go. Just DM ukbright.education. Just say hi. Okay. If you want to give your full name, email address, and WhatsApp, what we will do in return is ask you to, we'll give you a Google form, upload all your documents that we require. Upload it, and then our team will review, and then we will book you in for a consultation call. As I speak, as we're here now, we have got my team is actually ready to actually take your DMs.
All
so
right.
yeah, just DM me direct.
All right. Fantastic. So you can reach out on Instagram, send a DM to ukbright.education, ukbright.education. And I don't even need to say much. I've known Afsana for more than a year now. And I can tell you that, you know, she's excellent, not just good, she's not just great, she's excellent at what she does. And I mean, if you don't believe me, you can go through some of the comments that I've dropped. You can see someone has said she's very good. Someone says she's the best. You know, someone has said she's excellent at what she does.
I'm embarrassed.
So I mean, our works, you know, our work speaks for her. And if you're interested in moving to United Kingdom with dependents, this is your last opportunity.
Last
I
chance,
will be sending
December.
a message to
That's
Afsana. If you want
yeah.
to move to the United Kingdom next year, talk to Afsana. She's going to help you step by step. And when I mean step by step, she's going to hold your hands and take you to the end. But
Literally.
I beg you, don't just use her, okay? Don't use her. You know, go for her, let her help you, and value what she's giving you. Don't pretend you want to use her help while you're spending money with someone else. I don't think it makes any sense. Okay. She's very good at what she does, and she's going to help you from start to finish. Someone is saying this to you. I think there are some questions I'd like to take.
Yeah,
if you don't
there's
mind.
one from Willie Ola. He says, can you bring a dependent during top up? I think Willie's probably short for William. Ola. So basically, Ola, what it is that top up is actually a bachelor's course. So unfortunately, you can't bring dependents. So Ola, if your dependent, your spouse, if any of you have got let's say a bachelor's and you want to come for either project management or digital marketing for December, if your money has matured, December, not January, I'm afraid. It's the law, it's not me, it's the law. December is the last chance, but only come if your money has matured. Do you want me to talk about the money? Would that help?
Okay.
The proof of funds?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, okay, Bismillah. Right. So basically what it is, number one, when we actually talk to you for consultation call, I will ask you, it'll be me or somebody else, my team member, we will ask you that, do you have a preference in terms of location? Now, I'm not, there are pros and cons for everything, so the choice is actually yours. And I'm not going to force it on you. You have to make your choice after I've given you the pros and cons. If you stay in London, I don't need to promote London. You know it's the best city in the world for studying and for work. So work is available. I can say that it's a fact. It's the biggest city in the world, not a problem. But saying that, the more up north you go, the more north you go in England, in comparison to London, the living cost is cheaper. Cheaper. I went to the university, which I recently got an agreement with. You can check on my posts. I just posted it last week. Recently, I went there. I went to this apartment building. Was it £300 a month? Yeah, it was £300 a month for a self-contained apartment for
There's still
4 weeks.
apartments, £300 a month.
Uh, it was three, yeah. I stayed there. So it was basically a double bed. You had the kitchen, okay, with the
Just a
cooker.
studio.
Yeah, it's like self-contained flat
Wow.
and bathroom en suite. It's not £300. If you want me, I can send you there right now.
No,
These are the people
I
who are doing
believe you. I
it.
believe you. I believe you. I'm just shocked because it's been a while. I heard.
I was shocked. I was shocked. So basically, usually I stay in budget hotels, but then I saw this on this website. I thought, hold on, that's a bit cheap. I'm going to go there. And every time I went in the building, came out of the building, guess who I saw? I just saw international students and mainly Nigerians. And I kept looking at them and I was saying, you could have been my student. I was just surrounded by Nigerians in that particular building. So there's one university where there's like a whole building, self-contained flat, double bed. Okay, so two people can stay or one person can stay. £300 a month. Can you believe that in this day and age? So there are. So basically, I'm going to post something this week where I have an international student from Nigeria where she chose going up north at this university that I'm promoting because the living costs actually go down as you go up. Now, that's the advantage. But saying that, there are advantages staying in London because there's jobs. So I don't know, Doctor, would you prefer to save or you prefer to work? Which one would you like? Do you like to earn money
I'll
or
prefer to
save
work.
money?
I'll prefer to work.
So you're in London, so you'd like to go
Yeah,
south. You like to go south.
yeah.
You see,
Actually,
there's a difference in opinion. I'm a saver, so I'd probably go north, but you prefer to work, so you'd go south. So everybody's different. So that's the kind of things I talk about in a consultation. So
wow.
living cost is cheap up north. About proof of funds, I know in some parts of the world the currency is getting weaker. So I'm going to tell you, basically the fee, I'm going to give you a ballpark figure because students always come with blinkers, like they just don't have any idea about fees. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, as the higher the ranking of the university, the higher the fees. Let's say Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College, King's College, they're higher ranking universities, their fees would be such. Then you've got the middle ranking universities, then you've got the lower ranking universities. In my case, the agreements that I have, they're either low, middle, or kind of one or two is near the top. So I've got a broad range. So I'm going to say the fees, the fees for either bachelor's or for master is around £15,000, around. Okay, some are even less. Can I just say the top up, just a big hint, the top up for accounting and finance management, international tourism and hospitality management, the fee which I want to suggest is £14,000. They're giving a £1,500 scholarship, so their fee up north is £12,500. It's less than 15. And the initial deposit is £3,500. By enrollment, you just pay 50%, and the rest you pay in 2 installments. Just a big FYI. You know which university you're talking about if you see my posts. Right, so basically what it is that in the proof of funds in the bank, it all depends where you apply. If you're applying for a university in London, you need to show £12,006, which is living costs in London, and you have to show the remaining fee. Okay, so you paid your deposit, but you know the rest of the fee, that needs to be in the bank. So living cost and remaining fee needs to be in the bank for 28 consecutive days. Okay, that's for London. If you're studying outside London, for example, at the university that which I keep talking about, basically you need to put living cost £9,206 plus the remaining fee. Again, in the bank for 28 consecutive days. Students, make sure it's either in your account, the student's account, or your parents. Not your husband's, not your wife's, it's yours. If you're married, obviously you're a team, but it has to be in the student's account or in the parent's account. That is only allowed. Make sure it's not a business account or a Bitcoin or a shares account, just a standard savings or current account.
Thank you very, very much, Afsana. It's always a pleasure having this chat with you. Look, guys, there you go. You've learned about how to move to the UK. If you've got a higher national diploma, she's talked to you about moving to the UK with dependents. She's talked to you about requirements in terms of documentation. She's talked to you about some of the scholarships that are available with the universities she works with. She's also talked about how you can work and earn in the United Kingdom. She's also talked about proof of funds as well. If you want to reach out to Afsana, all you need to do is send a DM on Instagram to ukbright.education.
Yeah.
ukbright.education, and you would have someone reach out to you straight away for everything you need. Look, any final words before we go? Any last words you want to share before we move on?
I just want to say, if there is a dream that you want, you need to, the doctor keeps talking about this. He keeps talking, because he's a medical doctor, he always talks about, I don't think, I need to be very British about it. He always talks about the backside. And I'm going to say, medically, he talks about the anus. I think you know what he likes to say. What do you always say? You always say something about the anus.
I'm always saying that the fire will keep burning that backside until you decide to move abroad, yeah?
So that's what I'm trying to say. He's being very, very medical about this. Obviously, he can. But what I'm trying to say, if you do actually want to come, don't just sit there and just keep watching. Wishing can happen, but you can't just wish. You've got to be intentional. If we cannot help you today, we are here to help you, whether it's doctor or myself. We are here to help you in the future. But keep taking the information and build it up bit by bit and just be intentional. If it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. It is testing times. We are being tested in so many ways in our lives. But where there is a will, there's a way. I know it sounds cheesy, but if there is an intention in here, don't just tap, don't just write in the comment, do something about it and just take little mini steps to get to your destination.
Let me tell you something that you should consider. I wish you were working with Canadian universities and European universities, because you're simply amazing. I'm sure you get this all the time, so maybe it's
I
nothing
do.
new.
Oh,
It's
hold on.
nothing new coming from me. But you
Oh
are
my goodness.
simply, huh?
Wait. There is should I talk about this? Okay, there is a Canadian college in Halifax where we have an agreement with. It's a HCA program, 9 months, where you can actually go to Canada for a healthcare assistant program. Only 9 months. You can't bring your family with you. You have to go by yourself. But the sweet part is, after you've completed, the following day you apply for your dependents to join you. And doctor, after that course, if you do not get a job in healthcare, that college will give you a refund of your course fee. I have been talking about this because I'm so busy with UK. I haven't talked about Canada.
Now, look,
that's probably another line.
we have to talk about this. We have to do
I'm
something about this. We have to do something about this. We have to do something about this one differently. Yeah, this is also an amazing opportunity. We have to schedule an appointment to talk about this. But I just wanted to say that, look, you're fantastic. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing help.
You are as well. You are as well.
Send her a DM. Her name is Afsana. Her Instagram page is down there. I've written it there. ukbright.education. So long as it's the UK, she's top notch and she would help you. Thank you very much, Afsana. All the best.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you soon. Bye.